With the blessings of God, the most merciful. This is Amir Sultan, QHC Business International Chief Executive Officer, CEO. I hope you are following our videos. Today I will be talking on chapter number 280. Before I proceed to chapter number 280, I would like all of you to subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell button after doing that. Moreover, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter. Thank you so much. Chapter number 280 is about confined space. What is confined space and what measures need to be done if anyone have to go into the confined space to do the work. Confined space by virtue of its nature is an enclosed place where there is very difficult to breathe if the person goes without that, and it is in the form of silos, mines, big pipelines, severages and so on. In these things, when the personnel goes there, they have to take care all the measures which are required and which need to be implemented before they go into that and do their work for that time being, and then comes out of that place safe and sound. What HSE measures and implications are required, I will tell you briefly today. If you need details, you can contact me anywhere and at any time. In the confined space, first of all, permit to work need to be issued from the head of the HSE, who is responsible for issuing the permits. In the permits, it needs to be mentioned which persons are going, are they competent, are they having the required PPEs such as safety mask, safety goggles, safety shoes, safety gloves, and helmet and all these things. If they need to have a safety harness, are they going and they are going to use that properly? Then are all the electrical connections connecting to the confined space are closed? Are all the mechanical connections linked to that confined space are closed temporarily? Are the LOTO have been applied appropriately? Then the light, what is the light status over there? Or how much lux level is there? Is there adequate light already present, or they need to take up the light? Moreover, oxygen level need to be checked before going into the confined space. The oxygen meter should tell how much oxygen is inside the confined space, and they should check it appropriately according to the guidelines, and they should go there, then go into the space to have their work. Moreover, there should be a job rotation. When the personnel goes there, they should have a proper job rotation when they have to work inside the confined space. Further, they need to have a fire extinguishers near to that confined space, unit, a fire point, and the fire safety officer and the first aid kit. This is also required to have a safe and sound work inside the confined space. Further to this, there should be a walkie-talkie with the person who is going inside the confined space with the person outside, to have a proper good communication, a proper communication for having the updates about the personnel. Further to this, the personnel should have competency about the work that person has to do, and they should know that how to do it in a proper way. If the permit time expires during the work inside the confined space, they should come down before the expiry of the permit to make it an extension from the head of the HSE to make it safe and sound. These are few of the guidelines which I have given you, which are required to be measured, which need to be done for any personnel going into the confined space, so that they work over there safe and sound, and they comes out of the space of the confined space when it is done. If you need more details, summary, reports, recommendation, analysis, you can contact me from anywhere in the world at +92 335 734 7400, and you can contact me on my another number at +92 314 639 7990. And you can reach me on my 3 emails at amirsultana@yahoo.com. The second email is amirsultana digit1@gmail.com, and another email at contact@qhsebusinessinternational.com. And even you can reach on my company website at www.qhsebusinessinternational.com. Thank you so much.